SpaceX. We all know SpaceX with their plans to go to Mars, their massive water tank shaped rocket, Crew Dragon, and a couple other projects. Considering what they have done in the past and what they're going to be doing in the future, do I think SpaceX is the future of humanity, or do I think it's just a waste of money? Starship, this is one of the most important rockets SpaceX has built, and is going to be used to go to Mars and Earth-to-Earth travel. So basically what they're trying to do with Earth-to-Earth travel is travel around the Earth with a giant rocket. And because it is a giant rocket, it'll go really fast. But there are actually a couple of problems with this. So first, how much will it cost to travel on a rocket? And second, could this even work? I mean, it sounds impossible for a rocket to travel by itself around the Earth. But even with this, I think with new technology, it might happen. But there's a problem. I don't think it will be in a lifetime. It'll probably take 50 to 100 years for it to happen. Because it will of course be really hard for all of this to happen. But I do think that this will happen because it'll help everyone that could afford it. Well, I think that it will cost somewhere between $10,000 to $100,000. Because it only costs $2 million per launch and 1,000 people could travel on it at one time. And I think that's really cheap, but I know someone in the comment section would probably say, how is somewhere around $10,000 to $100,000 cheap? Well, it's cheap because you're traveling on a literal rocket. So, what about Mars? Here, I think the main concerns are, will we even get to Mars? And if we do get to Mars, how long will it be from now? Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, says that we will go to Mars by 2026. But that's an Elon Musk time frame, and I don't think it will be really accurate. It'll probably take years to first make Starship ready for Mars. Then they would have to send supply missions and a lot more to send humans over there. And I could be wrong here, but because of how much that has to happen, I don't think we could go to Mars by 2026. I think if we do even get there, it'll probably take till the late 2030s or the early 2040s. But don't bring your hopes too low because I could be wrong here. So future kids or just future me, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I think that probably everyone has at least heard of SpaceX trying to go to Mars. But something that's a little bit less known but still really well known is Crew Dragon. I think that most people know it because of the launch that happened last May. And in that launch, SpaceX successfully sent 2 astronauts to the International Space Station and back. And this actually did a couple of things. So first of all, it made travel to the International Space Station a lot cheaper. Next, because it's cheaper, commercial space travel to the International Space Station might actually be more popular. But on the topic of commercial space travel, what plans does SpaceX have? Well, for space tourism, there's actually 2 big things that SpaceX has planned. So first, the Dear Moon project, and next, I've never said this thing's name right. So, in the Dear Moon project, you basically fly around the moon with Starship. And in this project, you basically fly to the International Space Station. Or at least that's what I've heard. But whenever I hear someone mention this, there's always a comment that says, why are billionaires spending money on going to Mars? We already have so many problems here on Earth. Well, even though we have a lot of problems here on Earth, going to space will probably help future generations more. I know, you've probably heard similar things to this a lot of times, but I'm still gonna say it. If you always just concentrated on the problems, a lot of the things that we use today will probably not exist. Like, what if back in the day when people were first trying to grow food, others said, why are you trying to grow food? That takes months and months. There are people starving in our village. Let's go and hunt. Things would be very different. And going to space will probably bring us new technology. And that new technology will probably heavily improve the future generations' lives. And the future generations' lives are the lives that actually matter. So I hope you understand. So I think SpaceX will probably help a lot of humans in the future. But now that we answered that question, bye.